An incel is someone who is involuntarily celibate. Professor Simon DiDio estimates there are 700,000 incels for US men over the age of 25 years old, while for those over the age of 18, the number is 1.3 million. In the alarming growth of incelibate males over the recent years, many have turned to an enlightened sense of thinking under the movement voluntarily celibate, and men going their own way. Studies have shown that women are 14% more sexually active than men, and the average age that a male will lose their virginity is now at an all-time high of 26. This trauma has twisted many men into desperate measures and created many a news story. Elliot Roger, Isla Vista, 7 dead, 14 injured. Alex Minasian, Toronto, 10 dead, 16 injured. Chris Fox, Glasgow, 14 dead, 16 injured. Nicholas Cruz, Florida, 17 dead, 17 injured. All of the aforementioned are incels who didn't know how to control their anger, men whose weaknesses had manifested into foolish rage. So if we've mentioned what incel and volcel is, what is Darkcel? A Darkcel is someone whose trauma and rejection has led them to carelessness. Not enough care to commit an act of violence, as we have learned to control our urges and our anger and use them for more productive means, but not enough sanity left to care if we copulate or not. Many a Darkcel have engaged in sexual activity, be it with a sex worker or not, but due to the trauma we've experienced, none of us care anymore. None of us can be saved. There is no salvation for us, as the lack of what we deserved in our formative years have turned us into the transcended beings they are so scared of. The term has not been around for long, but there have been hundreds of influential Darkcels throughout history. Nikola Tesla, Jack the Ripper, René Descartes and Leonardo da Vinci, all of which had gone on to do incredible things with their heightened states of thinking. Anger is an effective motivator, as is trauma, and the road to recovery. However, taking the road to recovery, some decide to take the path less travelled, and when it comes to recovery, that is what can make someone a Darkcel. We're incredibly disliked by the volcel community, as they have spent so long in their life slaving away for femoid recognition that they despise our lack of care. The incel community is torn, as most of them look up to our heightened sense of thinking, but most don't have the know-how to manifest and channel their anger into things other than, "I hate women." Yes, we understand our hatred, we understand where the blame lies, and yet we are non-violent. We are few, but we will not be quiet.